Okay, so I know we're not gonna get it. We're not gonna get this camera angle straight, perfectly straight, but well, I think it's good enough. For real. Okay, let's try that again. Come on. It's a weird one, this one. I think it works. Or not. I don't know what's wrong with this one. I don't know what's wrong. But I'm not giving up. I think we got it. Okay. Yeah. And with that, we can finally begin. Well, before I truly begin, I kind of have not really the sniffles, but you know, my nose is a little bit so fair warning for that. Yeah, okay, let's begin. So, I was kinda in a mindset of needing to like start the stream like 15 minutes later, which, well, as you can see, we don't. We're actually perfect on time, so that's good. But yeah, so a bit of a story time. Every Thursday, about 2 hours before the stream begins, I walk to the bookstore to like get a new book for the next week. So let's give you a specific time. That's 2 p.m. At 2 p.m. I go out my front door and I walk to the bookstore. It takes me about 20-25 minutes to get there, and then I have like half an hour, just over half an hour in the bookstore to either pick up a book that I ordered or look for a new book for the next week. So time enough to do that, to get back home. Then I'm home at like, for me, 3:30-ish, and I can clean the apartment a little bit. Like it's usually like clean enough. It really. But like, I like to like just, you know, dust off some things before the stream starts. Make it presentable. So I do that then from 3:30 till like 3:45, 4. 3:45, 3:50. At which point I set up the rest for the stream and I start the stream. Today at 2 p.m. I started walking to the bookstore, and I was walking for like 15 minutes, and at that point I was like, hey, hold up, my ass feels way more flat than it usually does. Whoops, my wallet is still at home. My wallet with the things in there that I need to pay for books. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go walk home, then to the bookstore, then back home. Then I'll send a message out on Instagram that the stream will be like, hopefully just like 15 minutes late. Well, apparently I can walk faster than usual if I'm already in the mindset of being a little bit in a rush. So I walked back home, got my wallet, went on to the bookstore, and I was at the bookstore and I was like, okay, hold on, it's 2:50 now, which means that if I can get a book, if I can pick out a book, pay for it and everything, and say hi to the people working in the store, you know that. In 10 minutes, then I can go back home and I'm on schedule again. And guess what? I found a book in 10 minutes, paid for it, said hi to the manager there, and to someone else who works there, who also worked there last week. I told about him, and a new girl working there. Went back home, and when I got back home, it was 3:30, and I got time enough to clean up a summer stream on time. So, yeah, my worries about having to send out a message for sorry guys for 15 minutes later. No. They give me a good story to start the stream with though, so that's something. But yeah, we're on time. And I told you guys like last week I ordered 2 books. Like there were 2 books that I ordered. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 6th Dreadwood book, that's just not in yet. It might still take a while because I don't know if it is officially released in the Netherlands yet. It might need to come from the UK. So, and a book about Halloween, like a non-fiction book about Halloween. That non-fiction book of Halloween was not ordered properly last week. Something went wrong and the order wasn't made. Maybe the guy helping me then, who was also there this week, just didn't have it stay. That's a possibility. Sure, maybe it's just a one-time mistake. That is a possibility. I'm just saying, the guy that usually helps me at the bookstore gets it right. Always. But you know what? I didn't say anything about it to him. Like he was introducing new stuff to the new girl working there. And I was like, you know what? No, it's just mean to say something to him about it at that point. Especially, I'm not mad at him. I'm really not mad at him. Like, it's an honest mistake. It is an honest mistake. He didn't do this on purpose, so, but I didn't want to make him feel bad, so I didn't say what I thought. But what I did think was funny was like the manager. No, he told me that it wasn't ordered properly and that he would put in the order. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna look for another book then for the next week. So I was at like the English language books, the thriller books, the horror books, all that stuff. And he came walking to me with the new girl, like, yeah, I'm showing the new girl some stuff here. My manager is going to take care of the order. And I was like, okay, cool, thank you. But in my head it was more like, oh wait, maybe the manager also thought that he kind of screwed up. So he was like, you know what? This guy here, Jordy is our regular customer. Let me make sure that it's good this time. I don't know if that is what the manager thought. He didn't say it if it is what he thought. But yeah, that's like headcanon stuff. But long story short, new book is ordered. Should be in like a week. Hopefully next week I'll have it. And hopefully next week I'll have Dreadwood number 6 as well. But there's no telling when that book will come in. So oh yeah, also other like kind of book related stuff. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I got like this Lord of the Rings trilogy extended edition DVD gigantic box set. And the one that came out in the mid 2000s, I think. Yeah, mid 2000s. I mean, Return of the King is in there, so mid 2000s. Yeah, found that by pure accident. In the Netherlands we got this chain of stores called Primera, and like they sell cigarettes there, but also like books and school supplies and gift cards and all that stuff. And for some reason, the Primera in my neighborhood had like this big wooden table outside, kind of like a stand outside, with second-hand stuff, just stuff. So I was there for a reason I'll get into later in the stream. Wait, hold on. Need to pay a little bit of attention here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. Okay, yeah. So I was there, and I saw on that table that Lord of the Rings box set. And I was like, oh damn, I only have the regular editions on Blu-ray, but still only the regular editions. Those look like the extended editions. Let's have a look. So I took a look, and yeah, extended editions, DVD, but you know what, fine, it's a nice box set, it looks awesome. I remember it from Like in my childhood, where people would have that box set and it always looked impressive. So I was looking for a price anywhere, like a card with how much it was. Nothing. So okay, you know what? It's secondhand. Maybe there's a sticker. Yes, on the bottom of the box there was a sticker, and I was like, okay, it's secondhand. I don't know how much this usually costs, but I'm willing to pay like 30 euros for it. You know, if it's much more than that, I'll actually have to think about it. If it's 30 or less, I'll just grab it. So I looked, and there it was, 18 euros for that massive ass box set with the slipcases and everything. 18 euros. Yeah, I was like, okay, come here. Went into the store. Here, this, I want this. Bought it, brought it home. Now it's up there. Haven't had the chance yet to watch it. Because once again, it's the extended editions. It takes a day. And that's time that I just haven't had yet. And I don't know when I will. Wouldn't be surprising if that ends up being in November. But still, you know. So yeah. But now for the reason why I actually was at the premiere. Seriously, I have a week full of stories this week, so that works out for this stream. As you guys might know, I do volunteering work, somewhere where we have an afternoon for children and an evening for adults with mental health issues, for them to go and play video games. Like with each other, but also with us. Just have a good time, have a nice start to the weekend. You know. Oh, I'm gonna need to put the sunscreen on because we might get a thunderstorm, and it's not. I don't think it's safe to have that out. So different lighting should still work. But yeah, I do that for like volunteering work. Yeah, kids and adults play games. Yeah, play games with each other or with us. And now we have a couple consoles there. Like we have PS2, PS3, PS4, two of them actually, two PS4s, Xbox One, a Switch, a Wii, you know, the whole thing. And we have a room with, I think, 10 really good gaming PCs. Like, astonishingly good gaming PCs. But we didn't have any money on the Steam account in order to actually buy games for them to play. So we made sure that there were games downloaded on there, those games that are free that they'd like to play, so they had something. But yeah, no actual money on it on the Steam accounts to buy games. However, we did have a budget for like 400 euros for it. So we went to this is kind of ironic. I have a manager. I think she's sort of a manager who's actually named Karen. No joke. But this Karen is a very nice woman. Seriously, great person. I mean, she's a manager for a place where people do volunteering work with people with autism and ADHD and all types of mental, you know, all types of neurodiverse people. So of course, you're a good person if you do that kind of work, and she is. She's an amazing person. However, we asked her to get Steam cards, or the possibility to get Steam cards, like half a year ago. And in the beginning, she just kind of forgot the whole time because she has more things to do. I get it. But a couple weeks ago, when we started Game Club again after summer break, my coworker went up to her and asked about it, and he was like, maybe you can go to a gaming store we have in the Netherlands called Netgame, and buy him there. You know, we have the money, so it's close by, why not? But it didn't happen for some reason. So, last Tuesday I had an appointment with my other boss. Like I have like in total 3 bosses, one just above me and the other 2 above her again, and the other 2 above her is Karen and another woman named Wilma, also an amazing person. But with Wilma I had an appointment. Yeah, I have that every now and then just to talk how it's going and talk about projects that I'm either directly involved in or potentially indirectly involved in. So, yeah. Because I'm also kind of the guy that, you know, there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff for Game Club. Like you have volunteers who are sort of the what do you call it? Like group leaders, sort of. Yeah, people who make sure that everything is going fine during the hours of Game Club. And I'm one of those. I am one of those people, but I am lead of the leaders. Together with another guy, we're both leaders of the group leaders. And that basically just means that I got a key to the place, I'm the one who opens up, and either of us closes at the end of the day as well. And we take care of stuff behind the scenes. We answer emails. We have appointments with the managers, with our bosses. Yeah, that all of that, all the administrative stuff. So last Tuesday I had one of those meetings, and Friday before that, when we have Game Club, we talked, and I was kind of like, you know what? If I see Karen there, I'm just gonna ask her for the game cards. What's up with that? So I had a meeting with Wilma. The meeting went fine. You don't need to know the details, but it went well. And at the end of it, I was like, no. The next day, yesterday, Wednesday, we also had like a general meeting of all the leaders of the group leaders of all the events that we do. Yeah, like in Dutch there is a word for it, but it doesn't really, I don't really know if there's a good translation in English for that, so, but I think you know what I mean. Yeah, we had a general meeting of them, of like the leaders of the leaders. Yeah. And I was telling Wilma, like, okay, I know Karen will be there then, so I might just, so I'll go ask her, and this is what I also discussed with my coworkers at Game Club. I'll go ask her about like maybe an update for the Steam cards if she has anything, whatever. And Wilma was like, "Yeah, but hold on. Karen is just here today, Tuesday. So if she has time, you can just ask her now." And she was there and she had time, and so after my meeting with Wilma, I went into Karen's office to like ask it, and I was sitting down and Karen started with like, "Okay, before we get to your question, I am still working on the Steam card. Would you mind helping me a little bit with that?" I was like, "Yeah, sure. And you know, that's exactly why I'm here. So yes, I'd like to help with that." So we, together, we went just straight away to the net game to ask if they had Steam cards. Turns out they didn't. They didn't have Steam cards. Oh well. Fine. We go outside, we look on Steam to see where in the Netherlands they sell Steam cards. They gave us a list with stores, or like chains of stores. One of those stores was Game Mania, and Game Mania doesn't exist in the Netherlands anymore. So I was kind of like, huh. So it's a while since they updated this list. I wonder if the other stores still at least sell them. One of those stores was Primera, and another one was the Aldi. So Karen and I were like, okay, cool. Karen asked if I wanted to go to Primera. She would go to the Aldi. The thing is, the Primera in my neighborhood, it's the same as the Primera in her neighborhood, but like, it was easier for her to get to an Aldi, so we divided it up like that. And I was like, yeah, sure. Like, on my way back from work to home, I passed by the Primera anyways, so no problem. So, me on my bike to the Primera to see if they have Steam cards, and I'm there, wooden table, wooden stand, Lord of the Rings trilogy, 18 euros, bought it, and while I was there, I asked, like, no, before I went to pay for Lord of the Rings, I went over to where all the gift cards were, and I had a look. I had a good look, and no Steam cards. But I was like, you know what? Maybe they're just out of it. Maybe those are not all the gift cards. I'll ask. So I'm at the cash register there to pay for Lord of the Rings, and I asked, "Hey, do you guys by any chance still have Steam cards?" And the woman helping me was like, "Oh yeah, we have it right here behind the cash register, just because they're worth a little bit more. But yeah, we have them for $20 now." Well, that's just awesome, because what we need for game clips were $20. So I was like, okay, thanks for telling me. I'll notify my boss. She'll come by later and buy them. So yeah, I got home. I messaged my boss, like, at the Primera, they have them, and she was like, cool, great, I'm buying them. Next day, she had them. The big meeting on Wednesday, she gave them to me, and now they're there. Nice. So the kids are going to be really excited tomorrow Also the adults, but mostly the kids. Because like the adults, I think they pretty much all have their own gaming PCs at home. The kids don't. So yeah. So yeah. Steam cards done. Then, after the whole Lord of the Rings Steam cards mission, I went back home because a half an hour after I got home, that happened. No. No, about half an hour after I got home, Linkin Park released a new song with Emily Armstrong. And the music video at least is like a collab between Linkin Park and League of Legends, I think. I don't play League, so I'm not quite sure, but I think that was it. Yeah, it's called Heavy as the Crown. And I can honestly tell you guys, I like it more than the Emptiness Machine. It gives off more vibes of like a little bit more old school Linkin Park. Like it has some awesome rap verses in there from Mike Shinoda. And Emily Armstrong, that girl can scream. It's so cool. But yeah, I was impressed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, cool. Yeah, I was impressed. I've listened to that song a couple times now. I really like it. I really like it. I'm now really excited for the new album. November 15th. Now I gotta figure out in my head, like there are a couple more things I want to talk about, and one of the things is a timing thing. So let's go for something short in between. Do I got something short in between? Yes, I have something short for in between. Marvel news. I can follow along. The new series started last week. Seen the first 2 episodes. Thought they were awesome. Catherine Hahn is doing an amazing job. Didn't expect to see her naked in an MCU show, but props to her. She looked good. Like, yeah, Aubrey Plaza was good, but very Aubrey Plaza, if you know what I mean. There's this song in there, The Witch's Road, I think it was called. It's a good song. It's very well sung. Yeah, tonight I'm watching episode 3. I'm curious and excited about it. Yeah. But in other Marvel news, like, I think last Monday, maybe it was Tuesday, but I think it was last Monday, the first trailer for Thunderbolts, something sign that I don't know the word of. Yeah, the first trailer for that came out. And guess what? That also looked really fun. Yeah, I really liked that trailer. Are we doing something wrong here? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I was doing something wrong there. Okay. So yeah, what I kind of gather from the trailer is that like the main character, it's a team of characters, but the main character of the movie is Yelena, and I love Yelena. I love Florence Pugh. Yeah, it had "Where Is My Mind" as a song on the background of the trailer. Worked great. David Harbour as Red Guardian, always fun to see. Same as Bucky. I always like to see Bucky there. Taskmaster I'm curious about, because well, I didn't love what they did with Taskmaster in Black Widow. Like, I'm fine with Taskmaster being a woman. I'm fine with her being not American. Yes, and the costume is great. The weapons and everything. Taskmaster looked perfect in Black Widow. And even like the thing where Taskmaster has a chip in his head that, or in her head I should say, and that's the reason why she remembers everything and can copy every move. Fine. However, that wasn't Taskmaster. Taskmaster, for you guys who don't know, and well, honestly, if you have seen my Spider-Man streams, you should know, because Taskmaster is in the Spider-Man game. Taskmaster is a bit of a dick. He's a bit of a shit talker. And that's what I kind of like about him. And he was supposed to be in the first Deadpool movie, and that would have worked great. But that went not away there. But yeah, in the MCU, Taskmaster straight up only talked a little bit in the beginning, and it was dramatic and sad, well acted, but that's not him, man. No. But in this new trailer, you don't really get a lot of Taskmaster. There's a different mask, which I don't know. I don't know that mask, so I don't know. Maybe she's now a different character. That's also a possibility, and we get Taskmaster later again. Like, hopefully that's there. Yeah, curious about that. I've already heard rumors that Scarlett Johansson will appear. I don't know how, because her character, her Black Widow, Natasha Romanoff, is in the universe that the movie takes place in still dead. But she's an executive producer, so people are already like, "Ooh, is she in the movie?" No, probably not. And if she is, it's probably in like a flashback or something. Yeah, Ghost looks cool. US Agent, I'm not a big fan of. Maybe the movie will change my mind. I do think the trailer is really early because the movie doesn't come out until May. So, yeah. It's a bit early, but fine. I'm going to stretch time a little bit longer. Little bit. But yeah, I think Agatha all along is that the last thing of Marvel we're getting this year? If it is, fine. Yeah, a bit of a slower year. Works out great. We really needed that as fans. Yeah, I think that's the last thing for the year, and then in February, Captain America Brave New World. I'm very excited about that. In May, Thunderbolt, I'm excited about that, and then in June or July or something, Fantastic Four, I need to see footage. I'm honestly more excited about Thunderbolt than Captain America. But, Fantastic Four will probably also be fun. So now, meet the newest decoration on the bookshelves. Cubone. Pokemon fans might know him. Yeah, Cubone is low-key one of my favorite Pokemon. But the thing with Cubone is there is not that much merch of the guy. So yesterday morning I went to the center of town because I needed a couple of stuff. One of those things was I wanted to get Five Nights at Freddy's on Blu-ray, and the store that sells new movies on Blu-ray didn't have it for some reason, and the woman wouldn't order it. I don't know, weird place. The people are not that nice there. I'm not gonna give any names, but yeah, it's no. I don't like the people there, but it's the only store in the center of town where they sell new movies. So, but I was like, okay, they don't have it. Let's go back to the net game, because the net game usually has a small collection of secondhand movies on Blu-ray. So I went over there, looked for the Blu-rays. They didn't have Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm gonna have to buy it in another way, but yeah. But I was like, you know what? I'm here now. I got some money to spend. Let's have a look around at the merch, what they have, and that is where I found little Cubone, and I was like, yes. I don't know exactly where I'll put him. On the bookshelf where Bulbasaur also sits, but on the other side of it. Perfect. So I was talking to the girl working there. Nova, also, like, you know, nice girl. Yeah, she knows what she's talking about. But I was like, yeah, I saw this little Cubone figurine, and I'd like to buy it because it was in one of those glass, you know. Yeah, it was behind glass, so with a key you need to open it and then you can get it. So she walked along with me and she was like, okay, do you want the upper or the lower one? Because on the upper one they had like smaller figurines, one with a Marowak and one with a Cubone, and I was like, as a joke. Well, no, as like serious, I like the one on the bottom. But then, as a joke, I was like, yeah, you know, you cannot let your Cubone stay with his Marowak. Like, gotta be true to the games, gotta be true to the lore. And she was like, oh, are you one of those, huh? And I didn't get that she was joking. But she immediately got that I was joking, so she was like, no, just relax, just kidding. But yeah, I got a Cubone. It's a new mainstay for the bookshelves. In the comments, let's welcome Cubone to the Dark Hedgehog Boy 94 family book collection, whatever you want to call it. And she agreed with me there's way too little merch of Cubone. I mean, it's one of those Pokemon, a lot of people know the design. Not everyone, like, who isn't a fan knows its story. But yeah, it's a pretty recognizable Pokemon, but you know, not a lot of merch out there. So Nintendo, Pokemon Company, get more merch, get more Cubone merch. I'll buy it. yeah. The reason, or well, the other reasons I went to town center yesterday, because I needed some other stuff as well, as I said, is I needed new pants, boring, got new pants. But I also needed to buy espresso cups. Because, well, I have a new coffee machine. And, like, the coffee machine I used to have, it still works. I still have it, like, for if I need to make coffee for either bigger groups of people, or have people around, like Janine, who drinks. She's someone that drinks like huge amounts of coffee, and it'll just get too expensive if I need to do that with my new coffee machine. But it's also the coffee machine that I used to have. It's one of those old school like filter coffee machines, you know, that they have in like Gilmore Girls and series of movies from the 90s. You know what I mean? But yeah, you cannot really make an espresso with that. And not that I specifically bought this new machine for espressos. No, I bought this new machine because I wanted something a little more modern, a little bit more easy to use, easy to just make a cup of coffee, you know. But I bought an espresso because I had like this coupon for like €60 off, so I bought this Nespresso machine. It's cute, it's red, it works great. I got like what's this sale that they did, and then for like €5 I got 100 of those the little cups thingies for €5. One time deal, but still, you know. But also, like, I went to the store and I picked up lots of different flavors. I've only had it for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 3 days. And on Tuesday night I made like a decaf cup of coffee just to see if it worked. It works. But that thing can also make espressos. But I didn't have like those small little espresso cups, so I had to get those. Fairly cheap at Walker. I mean, it's good quality, but it's affordable, you know. So yeah, new coffee machine. A lot of different flavors that I still need to try. Bought new flavors with it in the supermarket as well. Like some Starbucks stuff, but also some other brand stuff. Just to try it out, just to see what I think, you know, over the next couple of weeks. Jesus Christ, if I unload the shelf before I'm cleaning, I'm gonna get some water in me. Because I feel like this. Or at least my throat kind of feels like it. It is, however, it's not that warm outside anymore. Like, I'm wearing a sweater because it's this whole week it'll be under 20 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow and Saturday it's going to be 14 degrees Celsius at the max. That's like definite sweater weather. Maybe even sweater and a jacket weather. Maybe. Finally. But still, I don't drink enough water, so my throat gets kinda... Oh yeah. So last Monday I streamed Yu-Gi-Oh. In my mind, I was like, okay, it's gonna probably take me like in total 2-3 months to get through Yugi's story in that game. Because I'm only going through Yugi's story for the streams. Well, because like the first stream that I did was against Joey, and I had a hard time dueling against Joey for some reason. So I was like, okay, yeah, this is gonna take a while to get through everything. No. Last Monday I just steamrolled through a bunch of duels, including Kaiba a couple times, including Joey a couple times, including Pegasus. Yeah, all the way into the start of Battle City. So there is a fair shot that I'll be done with Yu-Gi-Oh! This next Monday. Yeah, I'm not sure, because I might get to a duel that takes me like an hour to beat, and then there's a 4th stream of it. So it might be longer streams. It might be longer before I'm done with it. But there's also a possibility that next Monday I'll be done and that it's just 3 streams and that's it. However, with these streams, I started to actually give them titles. Like not just Yu-Gi-Oh! VOD and then the date. No, the first one I think I called Yu-Gi-Oh! Fuck Joey Wheeler. I think that's what I called it. And then the second one I called Pegasus Kinda Sucks, because he does. So I was thinking of titles for every VOD now. Not past VODs, they'll stay the same because it's too much of a job to think of titles of all the other VODs, because there are a lot of them already. But like for newer VODs, for like today, to think of titles to give them. You know, it looks a little better, it sounds a bit more fun. I'm not gonna do that pre-stream. Unless it's a finale of a game and I know it's going to be a finale. Otherwise, no, not pre-stream. I'm gonna think about it after I'm done streaming, but before it's uploaded on YouTube. And probably for these streams, for these bookshelf streams, I'm just gonna keep it at like 3 or 4 words or topics that we discussed as a title. You know? Keep it simple. At least in the beginning of naming of these streams. And then for the gaming streams, I'll try to be a little more creative. So yeah, that's new on the streaming front. So a couple more books for these shelves. I'm ready to clean them and put them back. Or well, then I'm ready to get drinking some water and then cleaning and putting them back on the shelves. outside. Wouldn't be surprised if it bursts up with rain and thunder and everything in a bit. Oh man, my calf kinda hurts. I did calf raises today. And I'm starting to feel it now. Damn. But I'm doing that shit at 80 kilos today. It's not my PR. My PR is around 110. Yeah, no, my PR is 110, yeah. But today, 80 kilos, I haven't hit that PR in a while. And they don't like it. And they're gonna hate me tomorrow even more. My calves, because tomorrow I'm gonna do it again. Yeah. I know I usually need to take a day of rest in between there, but I want to get them back to where they used to be. So I'm doing like short 5 reps sets and only 4 sets. So, you know, and after that, they'll get 2 days off before they need to work again on Monday for my 10K run. But also, squats tomorrow. So, yeah, that's gonna suck. Oh yeah, wait, it started raining. Cool. We needed that. And I don't need to go outside today anymore, so that also works. What else? Yeah, I saw the Sonic live stream announcement thing. You know, not much I didn't know about or cared about. Like, I don't drive a motorcycle, so I don't really care about Shattered Edge or motorcycle helmets. Nothing really new about the movie. No big new games announced. Some Sonic X Shadow Generation stuff. But, you know, I'm gonna buy and play it anyways. On stream even, so they didn't need to like advertise it much more for me. But yeah, I watched it. Yeah. Still curious about the movie though. I don't think we'll get a second trailer. I think they'll just stick with the first trailer. It has been seen quite a bit. People liked it, so people will show up to the movie. Yeah. Oh, I had dinner with the other volunteers of the Kindervakantie Club, the thing that I did in summer for children with autism, ADHD, you know, organizing activities for them in their summer vacation, summer break. But yeah, with all the volunteers of that, we had dinner last Sunday at like an Italian place, and food was good. The group was, well, yeah, good company, very nice conversations, fun conversations as well as also, that's always a must for me. It needs to be fun. But yeah, it did take a long time before we had our dinner, and it really wasn't that busy. But oh well, the food was nice. Yeah, and after that we went to a bar thing, pub thing, for a drink to close off. I didn't want to drink any alcohol, so I just had a hot chocolate, and a couple other people did the same, so, you know. Next summer again. And for the next time, apparently they're gonna go like out, and I'm like, Sure, I'll join for the parts in the beginning where you go to a bar and just have a couple beers and just play maybe a game and talk and all that stuff. I'll join for that, but as soon as I go into a club to dance, I'm gone. I'm home. I'm done. That's not for me. But as far as I know, I'm not the only one of the volunteers who thinks like that. Who's like, I'll go out for drinks, but that's about it. So that won't be a problem. And even if there weren't any other people who would do that, it still wouldn't be a problem for me because, you know, I'm the one who decides what I want to do when I go out, not other people. Everyone should decide for themselves with those things. Yeah. And the day before that, the last Saturday, I also went out to dinner. And the fun thing is, these were 2 dinners that I didn't have to pay for because the dinner with my co-workers, with the other volunteers, that was paid for by our work, our employees, employers, employees? I don't know, our bosses. But the first dinner I went to last Saturday, I didn't have to pay for because it was for my birthday. It was with my dad, my sister, my brother-in-law, and my 2 nephews. And you go right there. You can go back a little bit more. Yeah. So with family, we went to the steakhouse. It was delicious. I had a great steak. Yeah, good time overall. But I also didn't need to pay for that because my dad, the original plan was for my sister, my brother-in-law, and my dad to pay for their own dinners, and that for my nephews and for me as a birthday gift. But my dad decided to do it that night, and my dad is one of those people who does that. He was like, nah, I'm just gonna pay for everyone. The insane person that he is. Because the bill was quite high, because they were good steaks, so they cost a bit. But yeah, 2 free dinners last weekend, so that was good. And then this next weekend is kinda, I think I got kind of an easy week. No, I wanted to say I got a weekend where I hadn't planned anything. But, you know, on Saturday there's a live stream. Talk about that in the outro. And on Sunday I'm visiting my niece in Amsterdam, so I actually do have stuff to do this weekend. And then the weekend after that, on Saturday my friends will come over and we'll play Smash Bros for the final thing for my birthday. So yeah, looking forward to that as well. And I think a couple of them want to try the new coffee machine, so yeah. No, wait, you guys aren't ready yet to get up there. Or the shelf isn't ready yet for you guys to go up there. Yeah, these 3. Not heavy, but like wide. More books fit on that shelf. Yeah, slight spoilers. Well, you might just already guess it. New book is not on these shelves, but on the next shelves. Yay. There. And Eric. Okay. Bulbasaur? And then the rest of the Discworld. Okay, Witches collection. First week Tiffany Akins. Okay, I'll stop. Oh yeah, I finished the 5th book of Dreadwood yesterday. Once again, I loved it, and I'm at a point where I'm like, okay, just give us a adaptation of it. Movie adaptations are going to be rough because, well, in 5 books, the characters aged like a year, so you're not going to do any justice on that on movies when it's live action, or a series when it's live action. However, if it's animated, like an animated series, that would probably be best, or animated movies, that I'd like to see. An animated series of Dreadwood? Yeah, do it. Just do it. Yeah, like even are they from the same publishers? They are from the same publishers. So please, guys, also just make an animated series of Beast and Daphne set in the same universe. I'm begging you, that would be so cool. But also release it on something that I can actually watch, like Disney Plus or Netflix, or maybe YouTube, or if I can buy it on Blu-ray, also fine. But yeah, something like that. Or if it's movies, just in theaters, you know. Because I think they could make a good adaptation of both of those series. Yeah. And hey, if Disney wants to start another universe, why not? You also don't need like a giant cast of people or a giant budget for them, I think. You don't need to CG him. So now a nice art style. I think that could work. Also, I don't know, maybe there are already like adaptation rights sold, adaptation rights sold for them. I haven't exactly looked it up, but you know, it's just something that I'd like to see. And yes, I definitely recommend at least the first 5 of them. As soon as I've read the 6th one, I can recommend that. I want to say or not, but you know, probably, yeah, I'll recommend that as well. Same offer, so yeah, let's just keep on going. And it's a series where I'll happily just buy new books when they come out. as soon as that sixth book is in, I'm all the way there. I'm just caught up in the span of like what, half a year? Okay, Five Nights at Freddy's books. Okay, on to the G. Another heavy one. Not this one, but this one. Man, talking about a workout. Let me see, what else do I have to talk about? So we had Game Club last Friday. Nothing really special happened there. Then on Saturday there was the dinner, that was about it. Yeah, I had a couple conversations with people about the new singer of Linkin Park. Like, one with my brother-in-law. Yeah, I can talk about that. So I had dinner with my family, including my brother-in-law, last Saturday. And like, because it was my birthday, I was able to start conversations more easily about stuff that I wanted to talk about. So we started talking about horror, you know, scary movies and all that stuff. Because I was wearing my Scream t-shirt. And my oldest nephew, who is 10, so he's a little bit too young to know about this. And he hasn't gotten it exactly from me, but I also haven't been shy with like wearing a shirt with Jason's mask on it or like a Scream t-shirt, whatever. But I haven't shown him anything from the movies or stuff like that. But he knew about it. So we talked about that for a while. And then my sister was like, okay, enough horror movie talk. To stop it before anyone here gets nightmares. Fine, cool, we'll stop. And I was like, okay. New conversation topic. And I asked my oldest nephew first what his favorite Pokemon was and why. He got all excited. He got super excited. So he talked about his Pokemon. He talked about a couple of them. Yeah. And then my youngest nephew, he also talked about his Pokemon. And my sister talks about Jigglypuff. Especially the Jigglypuff in this series. And my dad doesn't really know Pokemon. My brother, and that's fine. But my brother-in-law also really doesn't know Pokemon. So he was like, yeah, I know Pikachu and that's about it. Okay, cool. But he said, I do know about Dragon Ball. Okay. I also know about Dragon Ball. So, we started talking about that, about characters. He's really into Vegeta. I'm more into Goku, but I get it. No, wait, no. He likes Vegeta more than Goku, but he's really into future Trunks. So that's cool. Yeah, we talked about that, and we were talking about whatever, about the series, about Frieza, about Cell, you know. Um, and he knew things about GT, and I was like, yeah, I'm not that into GT. But we were talking, and like all of a sudden he was like, okay, I don't know why I'm talking about Dragon Ball, because he's in his 40s, he's big military man, you know, big tough guy. And I don't think at work they talk a lot about it, well, Dragon Ball. But I was like, yeah, man, you're not at work. You're at my birthday party. If there's ever a place for you to talk about Dragon Ball, it's right there. So that helped him out, like getting into the mood of talking about Dragon Ball and all that fun stuff. Yeah. Because I'm like, I got this thing where I believe in never getting too old to be childish every now and then. Like, you should always be able to be childish every now and then. If you want to talk about Dragon Ball, if you want to talk about Pokemon, you should be able to do so no matter what age you are. That's what I believe, at least. And I live like that as well. So, if I ever meet anyone and they want to talk about like cartoons or games or whatever, but they're a little scared that it's a little childish, I hope that they'll just talk about that with me, because I don't care what someone thinks about it. Well, no, I care what people think about the specific topic, but I don't care if people think it's childish or not. I'm like, dude, if you like something, you like it. That's awesome. For the most part, there are things that people like where I'm like, ooh, no, that's not that awesome. But you know, with like nerdy stuff, yeah, sure. Just talk about it. Also, that's how you can start make social contact with me. Let's talk about nerdy shit. Including books, by the way. Because that was the thing, like, the topic of conversation with the group of volunteers from Kindervakantie Club. With that dinner on that Sunday was, they were talking about stuff from history and stuff that they learned at school, and I also learned at school, yes. But I was like, you know, history never really was my thing. I've had good history teachers and fun in class and stuff like that. It's just the whole, you know, history thing is not really for me. However, I do know literature. So we talked a little bit literature. We didn't talk a lot about literature because I think I was the biggest reader there. But yeah, I also explained that, like, yeah, from everything we learned at school, English and maths, those were the things I was best at. Yeah. And like, we also talked about tattoos, because I have a couple of tattoos. Like, people who watch my streams might know that I have a couple of tattoos. I've talked about them a couple of times. Shown one or two of them off. I think in total, over all the streams I've done this past year, I have shown off everything now. But yeah, it's always fun to talk about that with people who don't really know me that well, because let's be honest, us as a group, most of us didn't know each other that well. But yeah, for them to discover that I have tattoos, because they're always like, wait, you have tattoos? Yeah, I have tattoos. I have a couple. They're just hidden beneath clothing most of the time. But yeah. So I talked about that and what I had and what it meant to me. There was one other in the group that also had tattoos, so she talked about it a bit, and we talked to each other like, okay, who you guys would like to someday maybe have a tattoo. Most of them wanted to. Most of them at least thought of it. One or two were like, no, not for us, which is fine, always. It's always fine. Seriously, never let anyone pressure you into getting a tattoo, because those things are for life. And you can laser them away, but you always see like some scarring, and it's expensive, and I've heard that it hurts a lot to laser them away. So yeah, never let anyone pressure you into taking a tattoo. Or do it while drunk. There's also a stupid thing to do. If you want a tattoo, think of a tattoo. If you have a specific tattoo in mind, think about it for at least half a year. After that, if you still want it, make an appointment, get it. But yeah, think about it really well. There's a reason why in 12 years I've only gotten 3 of them. Because yeah, I did get my first tattoo when I was 18. I actually got it for my 18th birthday from my parents. At school. And at that point I was the first one in, like, not my big family of aunts and uncles and cousins now, but with our small little family, my dad, my mom, my sister, and me at that point. I was the first one to get a tattoo. Now, my mom didn't live long after that, so she never got a tattoo. My dad also doesn't have tattoos. My sister does at this point. And actually tattoos that are a little bit more easily visible than mine. So, yeah. But yeah, at the time of my 18th birthday, I already knew what I wanted as a tattoo for like 4 years at that point. So my parents were totally fine with it, because that's it. I already knew what I wanted to have. It's my Linkin Park tattoo. It's exactly what I wanted, where I wanted it, and I still haven't regretted it. There hasn't been a day where I regretted getting that tattoo. I did have to like explain to a couple people after Chester died that it didn't get that tattoo because of his death. Because, but I didn't. Like, I got that tattoo in 2012. Yeah, 2012, and that was 5 years before he died, so yeah. But it does, you know, give it a little more meaning, I guess. We're finally getting close to what the new book is for this week. Also, I think I know the title of today's stream already. Yeah, that's another thing that I wanted to talk about more. About, like that show Agatha All Along. It's not just that Catherine Hahn, yes, was great in it, but like I like witchcraft, like the Wikipedia that I got and the other Wiki book that I got. I want to read more about it. I'm just very interested in it. I got tarot cards and everything like that. My mom also was interested in that a lot. I think she would have loved at least those first 2 episodes of Agatha All Along. It's just, yeah, I'm interested in what Wiccans think and do, and that whole subculture is very interesting to me. I also want to try a couple of those things myself. Look, I know, I get it. It sounds a little whoop whoop, but yeah, I'm interested in it, and it's also something where like if people are like, yeah, no, I don't believe in that shit, or I don't want to talk about that, or whatever. I'm also like, yeah. Cool. I'm not gonna try to convince anyone to read into it or believe stuff. But like, that's a thing of like, I've read quite a bit about it in those books and also other books that I have. But yeah, I don't believe everything that's in those books. No, I believe in certain stuff that they talk about, that might be real, but with most of it, not most of it, but with quite a bit of it, I'm like, yeah, but that's just, or making stuff up, or believing things that I don't think are true, but that they still truly believe in, which again, fine. Okay, wait, hold on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Cool, okay. But yeah, that Agatha All Along really did that cool. Like, all the Wiccan stuff that they showed and that they talked about so far, I liked it. Yeah, I like the vibes of it. It's also very autumn. Seriously, the release dates that they gave it, perfect. It runs through mid-September through end of October, so that works well. Yeah, man. And hey, now I can talk about witchcraft with people without like having to go specifically into what I believe of it and what I think of it as fiction and what I think is non-fiction. Yeah, that boy. Yeah, Spider-Man. I was talking about Marvel and witchcraft. Yeah. Everything with that. I think my mom would have loved Wanda as a character as well. You know? And that's something that I want to do probably next year. I want to do more. I want to dive even more into that Wiccan world. Through books, through whatever. Yeah. I'm not going to become a full-grown Wiccan. But Nope. But you know, I do wanna look some things up, maybe try some things that are definitely harmless, you know. If it's possible, then yeah, sure, I'm gonna do some of that stuff next year. But that is a thing I'm gonna do that's going to be off stream, off Dark Hedgehog Boy related social media. Just for me, just personal things for me. It's a personal little hobby. I'll talk about the books that I read of it. Yes, but you know, for the rest of it, it's just for me. Okay. New book of the week. Finally. The Shadow in the Corner and Other Classic Ghost Stories. It is a little, like, book of short stories, short ghost stories that I found at the bookstore. The manager who I where I paid at the manager, he was like, "Oh, I didn't know he had this." Yeah, it was like stashed into a corner, which is perfect for this kind of book, because that just makes it creepier, you know. So yeah, I'm curious. I'm gonna read this next week. If I'm through it before next Thursday's bookshelf stream, I'll talk about it. If not, I'll talk about what I've read so far. Because it's short stories, I can talk about stories in it. And like, let's see, there's a Charles Dickens story in here. Rudyard Kipling from the Jungle Book. Arthur Conan Doyle from Sherlock Holmes. There's a story from him in here. So yeah, I'm curious, very curious. Yeah, and it totally fits like the Halloween month as well. So. Also, with the back to the witchcraft thing a little bit, I'm also not going to talk about it too much at my volunteering work because, you know, I like to keep some parts of my private life separate even from that. Like maybe I'll talk to a couple coworkers where if I get that feeling like, okay, they're not going to make fun of me about it too much, you know, I'll talk to them about it. But otherwise, yeah, no, not really. Like my dad knows I'm interested in that stuff. My dad is also, he's not into Wicca, but he wouldn't be surprised if they're onto some things, you know? Maybe because mom was into it. That might be it, but you know, he's at the very least open to it. And I know my friends in Haaksbergen, Lisette, Laura, Liz, Janine, they're also open for it, and the guys here in Apeldoorn a little less, but not like they're not to the point where they'll disrespect me because I'm into it. No. So, and that's the thing, as long as people don't disrespect me for it directly, it's fine. Yeah. Because if they would respect me for it, but they're not into it, and then I'd be like, yeah, but come on, you love it. Come on, try it out. You need to try it out. No, that's... Then I turn into a dick. I don't want that. Because I really don't want to be one of those people who's like, no, guys, I know you don't like it yet, but believe me, you'll like it. No. No. And I'm happy to get him into some stuff. I got him into Linkin Park. And that's something. But that was also just a thing of like being at parties of just hanging out as a group and you do one of those jams on Spotify where everyone can just throw music in there, and every now and then I'll throw in a Linkin Park song and they're like, oh, you know, I like this. And then I'm like, yeah, this is Linkin Park, and here are some songs that I can recommend if you want to, and you know. But if you don't want to listen to it, it's also fine. That's how I like to get people into stuff. Like if they show interest in something that I know quite a bit about and that I'm interested in, that I can tell, like, yeah, I mean, if you want to know stuff, just ask. I know stuff, so, you know. Yeah. Same with literature. You know, certain games. But I can I can't promise, like, whatever I end up doing with the Wiccan stuff, and witchcraft. I'm only gonna do stuff for my own. Nothing that has to do with other people. No, there is some stuff in there, but I'm not. No. Because I don't think that's morally a good thing. You know? Doesn't matter what is true and what isn't, and what works and what doesn't. Even thinking about doing that stuff. No. Okay. Twist. And one more sip of water. Or I can just go outside, because I'm pretty sure it's just raining now. Yeah. Cleaning the shelves. Oh man, I really should clean them and then have my water. Oh well. Oh well. Now we're going fat. Well, it's a bit of a longer stream today, but I've had quite a bit to talk about as well. I still need to do the outro and everything. Ooh, you guys heard that? That was thunder. Let's go. Ah, yes. Let's put the books back. Jacksons. There we go. Also, I will eventually get the new Zelda, I just don't know when yet. It's not gonna be this month. It's not gonna be October because I don't have the time in October to actually play it a lot. So I might need to wait till November, but I am getting it. Yeah. because it looks fun. You know, it looks really fun. It's also not something that I can stream even, because I cannot stream Switch games yet. So even if I wanted to, which probably I wouldn't stream it. I got and other things planned, and it's a game that I just want to play for myself. So yeah, but I am going to get it eventually and play it. It looks cute and it's new because you actually play as Zelda the whole time. At least as far as I know. Maybe you also play as Link. I don't know. I've only seen that first trailer and I was sold. So you know, and it's also not like I'm not gonna watch any of it on YouTube before I play it, because once again, it might be a while before I actually play it. And if like, I'm kind of hoping Game Grumps is going to play it and that Danny is going to play it, because he is into the 2D-ish top-down Zeldas. Like Aaron plays the 3D ones, but yeah, Danny is into the top-down ones. So yeah, I'm hoping he plays it, and if they're going to play it, I'm gonna watch it. And if not, I might just see if another YouTuber that I watch plays it. Yeah. But I know, once again, it's childish, but I do like the humor of the Game Grumps. It's super childish, and most people that I know really don't get it, but you know, I like it, so why not? Okay. Shadow in the corner, and other classic ghost stories right there. Shoot off. Then it's going to be fun. Because I don't know/think that all the snippers will fit here. So, what we're gonna do is this. Place them on there one by one. It's the book that comes after that. It's going on the second shelf anyways. Four more. Maybe. If so, then I think next week they'll have to. Or not. Like the Halloween book is called Trick or Treat, so that comes after this actually. No, I think it might just fit. Right? I don't wanna. Yeah, they just fit. Okay, cool. Like, I didn't want to damage them. Especially that first one, because the first one is signed and it's awesome. Let's see, Sonic goes over there. And these ones. Yeah, I can set it there for now. Okay. Smash Bros is joining Sonic up there. Once again, it's not just the Snippers ones. When they're all like ready to go to the next shelf, that's when we're gonna move this up a bit. And yeah, these ones can join this shelf again. And that means that quite a bit of books from this shelf go to that shelf. Yeah. Okay. And then the W's and then the Y's and the Z. The Wiccan books. Of which one? Of which? One goes there, and one goes like this. It's a beautiful cover. And the pools. Which also the pools also have beautiful covers. But like I'm only gonna do at most one a shelf. So maybe the Winnie the Poohs for a little bit they'll get their shot on here. Yeah. Like this one. Right there eventually, yeah. And now, just like that. Also looks good. Couple more W's. Oh, we're actually ending it. It's quite a long stream for a first air stream today. Yeah, the wall looks still a bit. Yeah. And wood houses. Moving the shelf down. Whoop, got it. And the final one. Okay. Now, that's the end of the stream. Hope you guys liked it. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can actually like it. You can also subscribe. Type in something in the comments if you want to. You know. In the description, you'll find a link to my Instagram. You can follow me there. I post streaming schedules on there, books that I'm reading, all that stuff. There's a link to the Twitch channel. You can follow me there as well. You can put on notifications so you get a notification whenever I go live. Be in chat, watch me do this live. You know, yeah, interactivity. Cool. There's also a streaming schedule on there. There's a link to the Dark Hedgehog Boy 94 Discord as well. That you can also find on Twitch and on Instagram, and you can just, get in there, talk shit about me. And finally, you'll find a link there to the background music playlist that I use for these streams as well. Yes, I said as well a couple times too much there. Yeah. Next stream is going to be Saturday. We're gonna at the very least start Misfortune. Little Misfortune. Yeah, at the very least start it. I don't know how long the game is. Maybe we'll finish it in one stream, maybe it takes us 2 streams, maybe even longer than that, I don't know. So yeah, that's next Saturday, and then next Monday we'll continue / maybe finish Yu-Gi-Oh! But the week after that, I'll be back on Thursday with another weekly bookshelf organization stream. Having said that, yeah, have a good morning, afternoon, evening, night, weekend, whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!